On episode 224 of He Said, She Said Movie Reviews, we take a look at the movie Father Stu. Welcome to He Said, She Said Movie Reviews. This is the podcast where a happily married couple with similar but different movie tastes take a quick, spoiler-free look at the movies, helping you make the right decision before your next movie. I'm your host, Tim.
And I'm April.
So we just got back from seeing Father Stu. What do you give this one, April?
You know, I'm going to give this movie a 3, maybe 3.5. It was very well acted. It was just very heavy.
Yeah, it was. It was very heavy. For me, I almost want to give it a 4. I really enjoyed it. It was a movie that kind of got you thinking afterwards.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to go with a 3.5. But and we'll tell you all about it right after this one trailer. So if you haven't seen this yet, the trailers yet for Elvis the movie, this is a look at the life of the legendary rock and roll star Elvis Presley. This has a release date of June 24th, and it stars Tom Hanks. And no, he's not playing Elvis. Tom Hanks is playing the Colonel. And Austin Butler is playing Elvis, and Olivia DeJonge is playing Priscilla Presley.
Now, this is getting a lot of press early. People cannot wait to see this movie.
Yeah, from just watching the trailer, Austin Butler looks and sounds just like Elvis. I can't wait to see this one. So, and of course, Tom Hanks is always fabulous in whatever he does.
Always. Now, he's going to be in that movie I wanted to see, the remake of that one we watched.
A Man Called On?
Yes. Yeah.
That Danish remake, which I can't wait for that.
We're
not talking about that movie.
No, we're not.
Right?
All right, here we go. Storyline. This movie follows the life of Father Stuart Long, a boxer turned priest who inspired countless people during his journey from self-destruction to redemption.
This is based off a true story.
It is. And also I want to give a real shout out here to Rosalind Ross. It's her first directing credit and her first feature film. She did a fabulous job. She did the directing. She did the writing. She's known for Homeward. It was a short film and a TV series, Matador. One episode of that. So this is a woman who, wow. I mean, the more I'm sitting here thinking about it, I don't think I could give this movie anything lower than a 3.5 just because of Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, Mark Wahlberg did a phenomenal job in this. This had a good cast. It had Mel Gibson, Mark Wahlberg, Jacki Weaver, Faith Jefferies, Malcolm McDowell, Teresa, Ruiz, and Aaron Moten.
The runtime was 124 minutes. It was a long movie. Rated R for language throughout.
All right.
Okay.
So let's dive right in.
The theme and tone of this movie, no doubt, redemption, pushing through with goals, never giving up.
Yeah, no, he never gave up. I think that was one of the inspiring things about Father Stu is the fact that this was a man who just didn't understand defeat. He didn't understand what defeat meant or what it was, and it just wasn't a word in his vocabulary.
Right.
And you saw that in his amateur boxing, and if you don't know the story, I mean, how do we talk about it without...
You don't. I think we've done enough to kind of set it up. I think that the depth of Mark Wahlberg with acting in this movie, it's stellar. There's no other word. And we're going to get to it later, but the makeup...
Yeah.
How they made him look as he aged and with his illness. I mean, he was amazing, guys. But it was well acted all the way around.
No, absolutely.
Let's just say this.
And even Mel Gibson, I mean, whether you agree with his politics or not,
right?
He did a very good job of playing Stu's estranged father in this movie.
Right.
So,
and his mother, I love her in Yellowstone.
Yeah, she's the current villain in Yellowstone, so she did a really good job too.
Just everybody in there, his girlfriend. I mean, everyone that touched this movie, I thought the acting was, there wasn't one person I didn't care for. And also they all had depth. So
the direction for a first-time director, I mean, I think she did a good job.
Yeah. We talked about this. I don't remember much of the score.
No, I don't either.
Or the cinematography. The production design was fine. There wasn't a lot of it. There didn't need to be.
No, I mean, this is more of a character study type movie. There were some boxing scenes at the start of the movie that I thought were good.
Yeah.
And that goes to the special effects.
Right.
So, but the true special effects was the makeup and progression of, I mean, you have to say this. I mean, to talk about it, no?
No, they'll see it when they see it.
The progression of Mark Wahlberg's makeup throughout the movie, going from a healthy man to an unhealthy man, we'll leave it at that, was astounding. I thought they did a really good job.
They did a great job. Editing was okay. The pace moved along well, but I will say it did feel long. It was a tiny bit preachy. We were surrounded by some friends, actually, that are Catholic as well, who felt like it was a tiny bit preachy. Me, I tried to see the movie and really focus on the story and the characters. But I will tell you, the ending of this movie will change you. It will. You'll be better. You will be a better person and you will live a better life each day. And I can't say that about every movie.
No, absolutely not. I mean, absolutely not. I thought the dialogue was interesting. There was some funny stuff that was written for Mark, and, and he has that way of delivery of lines. I mean, he was kind of this redneck type of character who smoked, cussed, drank, did all that stuff.
And it's all about his progression.
In his progression.
Yeah.
And so there was some funny stuff there. But there was also stuff that made you think about your own spirituality.
Oh, definitely, Tim.
And I think that might have been what you were referring to as the preachy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but it does make you think about spirituality.
But aside from that, it makes you think about being a better human.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to take it that way, but a spiritual person is going to get a lot out of it, but so is a non-spiritual person.
Right.
With being a better person and how you view your life and what you're here to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's that.
The reason why I couldn't give this movie a 4, I'm at a 3.5, was, for me, the story arc in this movie, I thought Mark Wahlberg's character, Father Stu, was the protagonist. There wasn't, in my opinion, a lot of growth personally through. Now, there was this growth of him going from an agnostic, atheist person to a preacher.
But I don't think there was enough time.
Other than that, there was no growth. He was the same person he was at the start of the movie as he was at the end of the movie. He just found God.
Well, I don't know, though. He worked out some things with his dad.
But he was still, I mean, there was no personal growth.
Move on.
And that's just
I'm
my
sorry,
opinion.
my voice is almost shot today. I think you're right about that, and that's something to think about. I mean, it is. But either way, I mean, I thought they covered it pretty well.
Yeah.
So,
and I think this is kind of a good movie to watch at home and sit down maybe with your kids and have them watch this, even though there is some foul language in it. It really does bring up some questions about spirituality, and it allows you to have an open dialogue with your kids.
But also, I get tired sometimes in this world, and I worry about our young people when everybody keeps talking about people that make these huge mistakes, then they get better. How about more on love of self and community, others, figuring things out to save on mistakes early?
Is this podcast getting a little preachy?
Just a bit. Just a bit. But anyway, it's a good movie. Go see it. And I hope he gets nominated. It was good. I want to thank everyone for all your support. We hear from you daily, and we're getting all caught back up. We have some fun things ahead. And thank you so much. I look forward to seeing y'all at the movies.
We really appreciate y'all. See you at the movies.